terms of safety. The question was, did we have any trouble filming with the government or just people in general? No, we had to go get a permit, which is a government agency that hands those out. They were very skeptical, but fortunately we found a translator who was an excellent negotiator and sort of negotiated us out of any sticky situation that we came across, which were a few. As far as the people, most of the organizations that we worked with and filmed interviews with, they definitely were skeptical. You know, that some of them had even had film crews come in, promise, you know, to come back and help the community, and then they never did. So there was sort of this track record of, you know, negativity surrounding filmmakers, anyone carrying a camera, that we wouldn't come back and that there was no benefit to them, that we were just going to take. So again, Martin, who's our country director now and was our translator then, he negotiated and we were able to film, and I think there was only one organization that said no. So, but as we started filming with other organizations, they sort of changed their tune.
Did the government collect a fee, a June fee?
They did, yes. It was small. But yeah, we didn't have any trouble with the government, actually. They were, you know, they welcomed us as long as we, you know, didn't shoot in areas we weren't supposed to, which, yeah.
And any more questions? Yes, ma'am. Can you please rise so that we can hear your question?
My question is, how likely is it a victim of child trafficking when they grow older to become a trafficker themselves? And how do you combat that? I mean, I look at routine. I could only imagine that kind of, you know, experience having a real influence on you as an adult. Just wondering how likely that is domestically and internationally.
Sure, I'll answer for Benin. It was actually a big issue that we came across. A lot of organizations told us that it was a cyclical thing, that a lot of children, if they grew up in a trafficking situation, if they were never rescued or anything, they would, in turn, it's sort of like a mob. You kind of start at the ground level and work your way up. Fortunately, none of the kids that we spoke with, you know, they're fine, they're safe. So yeah, it is a big problem, at least in Benin. I can't speak for, you know, internationally, maybe UNICEF can address that, but certainly is.
So I guess my request of you all is to make more art on this issue, because it's the art focused on this issue that helps people like me be able to make the barely adequate case for profound changes. To give you an example, by the way, of how the laws are still behind the times here, one of the bills that I mostly wrote and our organization sponsored is a bill that has created a pilot project here in Los Angeles County under the aegis of the District Attorneys Association to try and change the way that the girls are treated. You mentioned that they're called teen prostitutes. If you consider, for example, the ridiculousness of the way that statutory rape laws intersect with child prostitution laws, if I, as a 47-year-old man, have sexual relations that are completely consensual with a 16-year-old girl, it is immediately and universally accepted that I am the perp and she is the victim. She is not by law deemed able to consent to that. She can't sign a contract either. But if this young girl and the 47-year-old man engage in precisely the same sexual activity, but the man leaves money on the table, all of a sudden she becomes a perp, able to consent. The problem is really deep-seated here, and my request is please make more art. Thank you.